the brand new electric van, the VN5. Built by the same people who built the London taxi, this is a revolutionary new van with a petrol engine here, 3-cylinder, 1.5 litre petrol. Nice big cockpit to drive in, we'll get to that later. Sliding doors on either side to aid loading. Best in class turning circle, not quite as good as a taxi, but that's due to the 1 foot longer wheelbase that gives this van 5.5 metre load space, which allows plenty of room for all your deliveries and for tools and trade alike. The van feels nippy around town, and this is no surprise with a 150 horsepower motor powering the rear axle. But how does the 0 to 60 performance stack up? 3, 2, 1, go. It will go on to 80 odd miles an hour. Not particularly quick, but it feels quick, because no matter what speed you're going at, you always have instant acceleration. Rear wheel drive gives the van an almost playful quality on the road. It turns in nicely and it doesn't drive like a van. What a van driver loves, which is a good armrest for his driving hand, makes driving feel pretty standard. It's like any other van that forgot to put the armrest for your left hand. It's limp, it's like a floppy handshake. I don't know what to do with this arm. There's no gear knob to change. I'm here with it up in the air and end up just kind of putting it on my lap. And that's just where the complaints start for this cab. Despite being from the Volvo family and designed for taxi drivers to spend their entire day in, it's lacking key features. The sat-nav doesn't have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The cab is compact and difficult to get in and out of, which may be fine for a taxi driver, but as a delivery driver, that's a massive issue. That's your efficiency. It's going to slow you down throughout your day, and the savings you might be making from the eco-friendly nature of this van are thwarted by the fact it's going to take you longer to get the job done. We also noted issues charging the van. Occasionally, opening doors during a charge would stop the charging process entirely, and using a rapid charger only got us up to 80%. And this wasn't a quick process, it took 30 minutes to get there, and that was amplified by the fact we couldn't even run the cab's heating. The electric seats or the aircon wouldn't function, and the 80% charge only yielded us 30 miles of range. So needless to say, instead of topping up the battery again with another 30 minutes of the freezing cold, we opted to just drive down the motorway using the backup generator, which isn't very green either. The van's taxi-based heritage means it's class-leading in terms of manoeuvrability. If you're making a dead end or a wrong turn on a delivery, it's pretty easy to get yourself out of a shitty situation. It does just turn. The rear load lip on this vehicle is excellent. Getting a pallet in and out of here was a breeze. The only slight caveat being the humps here to accommodate the suspension. An unnecessary obstacle for a forklift driver in what is otherwise a perfectly clear load space. The cockpit is not climatically controlled in the usual manner. Using the heated seats is a great energy efficient way of keeping yourself warm whilst behind the wheel, but not wasting away air heating the rest of the cab. Because the heater is electric, it's instantaneous. You jump in on a cold frosty morning and you're not waiting for the engine to heat up, for that then to heat up the air exchanger into the cockpit. It's hot air from the turn of the key. But it does do that at the cost of battery. How green is this van? Because right now I'm driving along and I've run out of battery because I can't get the darn thing to charge. And I'm burning petrol. I'm driving in a van that's got sign writing on the side of it that says, the brand new electric van. That's a petrol. I'm using a petrol engine to drive along, inefficiently converting electricity to move myself, an empty van and a heavy battery along. That petrol engine could go straight to the axle. Would that not be more efficient? Surely the energy in the battery is only being produced in a nuclear power station. Maybe a coal power station, even worse. On the motorway, we averaged a disappointing 32.9 miles per gallon. However, we saw potential for this to be far greater around town at lower speeds running pure EV. The base model costs £46,500, excluding VAT, with the top spec Ultimate model starting at £52,000. The plug-in vehicle grant from the government brings the price of the van down by £8,000. This is a significant saving. Adding on optional extras such as the heated seats and the rear view camera to the base spec vehicle will quickly increase the price. It's expensive. But then again, if you're a fleet operator looking to cut your business's carbon footprint and offset your emissions in this new world we're going to live in, then maybe the cost is offset not by the fleet operation, but by the fact that you need to reduce your carbon footprint as a business to function. Your supply chain needs to be greener, and actually businesses are going to have to spend more money, invest money in green technologies, and in comparing this vehicle's cost to that of a diesel engine, we're not achieving what we're setting out to do. The primary focus is being green. So who is this van for then? Are we ready for the electric van, or should we hang on to standard diesel and petrol combustion vehicles until we're ready to go fully electric? I believe this is the van of the future, but it's version 1, and I'm waiting for version 2. You can use a van for work, but can you fit a canoe in it and go on holiday? Yes, you can! But can it launch a canoe? So here we go.
No, but with a bit of movie magic.
Yes, we can. Coming up to this cyclist here, they don't hear me coming. They should be able to see me coming. And when they do, they'll realise we're already best friends. Because this van's eco-friendly, and they're eco-friendly. Festering on some soy milk, packet of crisps, maybe a vegan Mars bar, you never know. I'm not thinking bike though, I'm thinking